Good morning. Drive-by bus. Good morning, Belgrade. No. Where's my coffee? Here's my coffee. Saturday, beautiful Saturday, and we're no longer under curfew, which is so amazing. We were waiting for being under curfew until Monday morning, but that's not happening. We're actually free to roam around until 6 o'clock. After which the elderly are free to roam around. That is fantastic. Good work to all the saucepan bangers and other instrumentalists. Serbian percussion. COVID updates. I'm in on covid19.rs, which looks like this. It's actually a very it's a very clear page. I like it. So Serbia is currently up on 9,205 confirmed cases, of which 185 people have died, which makes a total of 2.01%. That's pretty normal still. You know, sometimes you just want to go Grand Theft Auto from your balcony. This is actually very interesting. Not you. You are completely unnecessary, and you should be. I swear that's a guy sitting and waiting on a girl, but he just doesn't bother to get his beer belly out of the car. Oh yeah, now he did. I could hear it because I saw him. Idiot. Ugh. Stop honking your goddamn horn. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. People are sleeping, you a-hole. Oh, you haven't thought that far. So, 5,000. This is very impressive. 5,906 people have been tested in the past 24 hours. It's almost 6,000 people, of which 196 cases are confirmed. That the virus is going down. That's not many people. People that have recovered are 1,379. Now let's go take a look at the Finnish page. There we go. Which is not super pretty and not as clear as the Serbian one. This is actually with the font size 8 written information. Update on 30th of April, which is 2 days ago. By that time, a total in Finland of 93,900. Reported cases in total 4,995 from the previous day, which is also 24 hours. It's not as much as in Serbia, but this is 2 days ago, but still 1,000 people less. And we're counting 90 cases per 100,000 people, according to the population of Finland, which is about 5.5 million. A total of 211 deaths have been associated with this disease. And at least 3,000 people have recovered from the disease. These are also pretty good numbers. The number of dead exceed the number of dead in Serbia way, but still it's not that bad. Oh yeah, then we have all the stats for the area stats, which is not very interesting to you because most of you probably don't know the geography of Finland that well, nor care for that matter. So my apologies to everybody for calling it a burek, the pie that I had last night. It is a gibanitsa and it was very good. So to me it doesn't really matter. It's a pie. I ate it. It was good as wow. Because it's gone. And this is the magic that's gonna make it come out again. As it's raining outside, I am disinclined to go venture out into the city. So I decided to acquiesce to some of the requests. I've gotten 3 people here wanting me to explain Finnish words. I dug up a list of words to go through, so we'll do that today. One of the most famous words apparently from social media is Kalsarikännit. Kalsari means men's underwear, kännit means to get drunk, to be drunk. And basically what Kalsarikännit means, it's just a word describing how you are getting drunk at home in your own underwear while not attempting to go out or do anything whatsoever. Casual drunkenness. Other words for being drunk is hiprakassa, huppelissa, kekulissa, pöhnässä. You can also be päihtynyt humalassa, jurrissa, kännissä, juovuksissa, kaasuissa, päissään, kaljoissaan, umpitunnelissa. We have a lot of words for things that we love. If you get drunk, you pull something, like if you work all night, you say you pull an all-nighter, right? In Finnish, you can pull kännit, lärvit, naamat, perset, soosit. That's just to get like shit-faced. The aftermath of drinking is called krapula. Krapula is a Latin word and it means basically the same thing as it does in Finnish. However, the traditional Finnish word for it is kankkunen. Otherwise, you have new, more modern words such as jysäri or darra or kohmelo. Kohmelo is actually an older word, I believe. And then you also have the regrets afterwards. The moral hangover, moraalinen krapula, eli morkkis. Morkkis, you don't have to be drunk to feel morkkis. You can just be like, oh, why did I have to go and do that? Why did I have to say that? You know, afterwards. Aftermath. So, other useful Finnish outbursts, like I taught you before in a video, KVG, kato vittu Googlesta. Elämä on, which means life is. It derives from an advert, sadly, where somebody was attempting to buy shoes or something, whatever, and the price was like astronomical. And they say, oh, that's expensive. And the salesperson just says, well, life is. You really object to something, but it is what it is. Then somebody is always going to go, well, elämä on. Third, 50-60. This is Matti Nykänen's great take on the probability of him succeeding back in the day. He wasn't such a ace on this English language. One of my favorite words, Sipilöinti. From the former Prime Minister Juha Sipilä, who had to resign. So, I mean, imagine if you had a word in Serbian that was called vucicing, like stop vucicing it, you know? The Sipilöinti is just this. Älä sipilöi. Sipilöinti seis. Myötähäpeä. Second-hand embarrassment, where you feel embarrassed for somebody else and you go, oh. That's myötähäpeä. Kyylä is a person who is intensely spying on someone. Like, oftentimes a neighbor spying, like intensely spying. Like standing in the window and will not go away. And one of the words that people always ask is häyäjä. Yes, it is a word. It's not a specific word. It's 3 words in combination. It's the word hä, which means wedding, yö, which means night, and aie, which means intention. So wedding, night, intention. Hä yö aie. 8, one of my favorites also, nihkeä, which kind of means, it's hard to explain. It's kind of damp, moist, like, but you use it also when somebody's being like, not high maintenance, but being difficult. Something's being like difficult, but it just won't budge. It's like, but you don't get a proper answer. That's like somebody's being nihkeä. Löyly. Löyly is when you throw water onto the sauna stove, the cloud the cloud coming up, the heat, that's called löyly. You throw löyly, and you can call the heat in the sauna löyly. Then there are 2 words, niinpä and no niin, which mean absolutely nothing. Niinpä is like I guess, except not that positive. You can actually say niinpä and be of a completely different opinion. It's just acknowledging that somebody said something. But if you listen to a Finnish person talking, and then you look down on your feet and pretend that you're thinking, and then slowly say, niinpä, they're gonna probably think that you understood what they just said. No niin is like, alrighty. You can use it for like anything, like, let's go. No niin! Or somebody spilled the milk. No niin! Or when it's time for your friends to finally leave. No niin! And so on. It's a very useful expression. 11. Viilata linssiin. To file somebody's lens. It sounds so horrible. But it just means that you get royally by somebody. Tunari, a person who royally fails at something because of incompetence. Pulsu or pultsari is a drunkard. Jeesustella, to Jesus. Stop Jesusing. It's like to try to be holier than thou. Jeesustelu seis. And of course, if we have Jesus, we also have Jesus's equivalent, which is Elvis to some people. So elvistellä, same thing, using Elvis. And Elvis is a little bit more dashing than Jesus. So somebody who's being a little bit Rasputinish is he's doing the elvistely. Ördääminen, number 16. Ördääminen is it's like to get rowdy while being drunk. That's ördääminen. Sählääminen. That's to mess around, doing absolutely nothing to any avail whatsoever. Grammatically bending that word. Minä sählään, sinä sähläät, hän sählää, me sähläämme, te sähläätte, he sähläävät. 18. Vitutus. This is profanity, but oh so useful. It is so difficult to explain. It is to have the feeling of severe annoyance times 100. "19. Something you read in the papers every now and then. Ryyppyriitatappo. Ryyppi, it's also a triple word mashup. Ryyppy means a drink, riita means an argument or a fight, and tappo means a kill. So, ryyppyriitatappo is something that happens in the weekends when guys get drunk and then they get into a fight and then they pull out some sort of a knife. that's usually a ryyppyriitatappo. And 20, number 20, just to end up with something nice, Äitiyspakkaus. In Finland since 1949, every new birth, even people who adopt children, get this mother package, maternity package, I believe it's called, which has all you need for a baby, basically, all the stuff. You can decide to take a small amount of money instead of this Äitiyspakkaus, which is given to you by the state. But the actual Äitiyspakkaus, the stuff in the Äitiyspakkaus, is so much more worth than just a few euros or marks back in the day. So I hope this answered some of the questions that some of you people had. Like I said, I cannot go into talking about the Finnish grammar. I can show you an example, but Finnish grammar are quite started.